Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Brian. Not horror, so don't get it twisted. Hey everybody, oh my god, don't be hating me because I've been gone for like half a century already. I'm so sorry I haven't been filming and posting here on my YouTube channel. I've been so crazy with just getting things together in my life. Like, I'm about to buy something that I've been wanting to buy for a long time next month, so I've been working extra hard this month, just busting my booty, you know, just making the coin. But enough of that. All I will say for now is, you guys, once I buy it, because I'm not gonna say what it is because I want it to actually happen, I will of course show you guys and make a whole video just for you guys, because you guys are my YouTube family. And if you are new here to this channel, go ahead and subscribe right now. If you're into horror, if you're into crime, mysteries, all of that good stuff, please take a moment and subscribe right now and be part of my horror fam bam, please. I would highly appreciate it, you guys. It's so hot here in California, you guys. It's really bad. Like, it's not even like summer yet and it's already like killing me on the inside. So let's go ahead and get right into this case. So today I am going to be going over the case of Tiffany Daniels. So Tiffany Daniels was actually 25 years old at the time that she went missing. She was a free-spirited young woman from the city of Pensacola in Florida who loved art so much. Tiffany was very creative. She was a funny person. Of course, she was an amazing friend, an amazing sister to her relatives. And everyone described Tiffany always being just a light of joy, being good energy to be around with. So everything started on August 12th of 2013. This was just another regular day for Tiffany. She woke up really early that morning and headed over to Pensacola State College, where she actually worked. So everything was really normal that evening. So she showed up to the Pensacola State College and the theater department to show up for her regular shift, where she worked as a technician. So that evening she had finished painting her sets, and I believe she actually went home early at around 4:43 p.m. that evening. Her supervisor had actually told Tiffany to go home early with no explanation, and in the process of doing so, she had actually requested to take some time off for the rest of the week from her employer, which her supervisor then of course agreed and allowed her to. There was not really a lot of explanation to why she needed this time off. All she really said, to quote Tiffany, was to take care of some things. And of course, the school's security camera did capture Tiffany getting into her vehicle that evening, into her gray Toyota car, and actually pulling out of the school's parking lot. Everything was normal up until this point. It's not until there was a little bit of concern later that evening when one of her roommates that she stayed with at the time actually started growing concerned for her when she never returned home, and it was already past 10 p.m. and that was very unlikely of Tiffany. She was always home. She was a homebody type of person. She didn't really go out or party or do any of that craziness. Like, she usually liked staying home, and she didn't return home that evening, so he was already very concerned but didn't think anything much of it up until this point. So it wasn't until later in the week, when she was actually scheduled to return to work, she had never shown up to work. And this is when her roommate actually reached out to Tiffany's family, to where her mom actually filed a missing persons report on Tiffany, because this was not very characteristic of her to do. The case was first reported to Escambia County, but was later then passed on to the Pensacola Police Department, where she was actually last seen working that evening. The following investigation was a little bit weird, because they did discover that Tiffany had apparently arrived home that evening from her recent search history on her computer at home. But it was very odd because her roommate reported that around that time when the police saw that search engine that he was actually on the phone and did not hear Tiffany come in. To me, that's a little bit weird, because even if I'm on the phone, let's say, and I'm in my room and I hear somebody come into the house, I mean, somebody comes into my house, I can clearly hear that. Even if I'm on the phone, like, you get me? Like, so it was a little bit odd that he didn't even hear her come in, or they had no interaction, no communication within, like, between each other. But this was basically like one of the first, I guess, clues in her investigation, and it wasn't until, I believe, roughly like around a week later, 9 days after she had gone missing, is when police discovered something very important in the case. So on August 20th, Tiffany's gray Toyota 4Runner with the license plate of EOB OR was actually located in a parking lot of the park west of Pensacola Beach. And the car was discovered, of course, abandoned, and everything seemed to be in place. The car was not damaged. It was in its original condition that she had it in originally. Neighbors of the beach actually did claim seeing the car sitting there in that parking lot for 2 days before it was actually discovered by police. When police actually investigated inside of the car, they actually found Tiffany's bicycle, they found her cell phone, her purse, her wallet. They had also found a couple of her paintings, and they also found, I believe, a jug of peanut butter and also a gallon of water. Everything basically was there. She also had like a couple of like spare clothes sitting in there, so everything looked pretty normal. The only thing that was weird about, like, when the police actually forensic like the car, was just the 2 unidentified fingerprints. But other than that, everything was there in condition. It looked like nobody had taken anything. So it was a little bit weird up until this point. And this is when police started looking at this more as like a foul play had been involved in this case. So another lead up until this point in the case was when a security camera had actually captured Tiffany's car going over, I believe, the Bob Sykes Bridge connecting Gulf Breeze and the Santa Rosa Islands. Actually captured her car going over the bridge. Anytime you go over this bridge in Florida, there is a camera that automatically takes a picture. It like runs the license plate number, but unfortunately they don't take a picture of like the driver. It just automatically captures the license plate and the time frame, and it did capture that she had crossed over the bridge at around 7:51 p.m. the evening on August 12th when she was last seen. So there's actually no idea of telling whether it was actually her driving the car over to the beach or was somebody else driving Tiffany's car over that bridge. And unfortunately, this is a unsolved case because there has not really been any leads in this case. There was a lead, I believe, a couple years later, like in 2014, of a restaurant. I believe it was like in another state. I can't remember, but I know that there was like a following lead where there was like a girl who looked like she was like maybe under distress when she was captured at a restaurant. She looked almost like nervous, and she was with like 2 women who basically were doing a lot of the talking, and she was very quiet and looked very intimidated. And people believe that this was Tiffany, especially her family, because one thing about Tiffany was that she was a vegetarian. So this meant that she of course didn't eat any animal products or any meat. And her mom recalls saying that one time when she was having lunch with Tiffany, that Tiffany was able to determine chicken broth from vegetable broth. So when she had ordered food, she had actually ordered like a soup or something and that sorts, and she had actually tasted chicken broth, so she immediately knew, and she asked the waiter if they had like any other vegetarian options because she does not, you know, eat chicken broth. So of course the waitress that was working at that restaurant reported that this girl was actually asking questions if they had any fish broth, or because she was a vegetarian, she didn't eat chicken broth. Unfortunately, the security camera did not capture her because at the time when it was already like reported, like everything had already been taped over, so there's no way of actually determining if this sighting is actually credible or not, or is it Tiffany or is it not. Other than that, there hasn't been any other leads in this case, which is so sad because it's just so weird and mysterious how she just went missing. And from reviewing her case, she seemed like she was doing okay, like nothing really major in her life was happening up until the last time she was seen. She didn't look like she was unhappy, depressed, or anything of that sort. So her family does believe that this has something to do with human trafficking, especially after seeing that sighting at the restaurant. It could possibly be a possibility. If you guys have any updates, of course, feel free to drop them down below in the comment sections. I would appreciate you guys if you interact with me. It really helps out my channel if you also give this video a thumbs up as well, or leave a comment down below if you want me to cover any other cases that you guys want me to in the comment section, or any video suggestions if you guys want me to do anything. But that's all I have for today, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I said, subscribe to my channel if you are new here, and I really appreciate you. I cannot wait. We're about to hit 200 subscribers, you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching my videos, being here, and supporting this channel, and I will see you guys on my next video. Stay safe out there. Bye, guys.